Grandpa here again. It's Bible Truth time again. Last time we talked about how big Noah's Ark was. Do you remember how long the ark was? That's right, 300 cubits long. Do you remember what a cubit is? It's the distance from your elbow to your fingertips. Good, you are all smart. Today we're going to talk about how big the animals were on board Noah's Ark. The Bible doesn't specifically tell us how big the animals were, so we're going to have to use logic and common sense to figure out how large the animals were. Logic and common sense are two things that God gave us people that He did not give the other animals. The Bible does tell us that there were two types of animals on board the ark. For one type of animal, God told Noah to bring 7 animals of each kind. For the other type of animal, God told Noah to bring only 2 animals of each kind, a boy and a girl animal. That would be important later. Today, here are a few pictures of what you see about Noah's Ark. These pictures are fully grown, large animals walking 2 by 2 on board the ark. But wait, where are the animals God told Noah to bring aboard by 7s? The people who made the pictures left out those animals. These 7s of animals have something in common with Jesus. In fact, they point toward Jesus and what He would do for us on the cross. So why are they left out of the pictures? That's another lesson for another day. Once on the ark, these fully grown old animals are pictured standing on top of the ark. They're immense size. Tends to make it crowded, so you couldn't get many animals on board the ark. Let us use some logic and common sense. Answer these questions for me. If you were told to build an ark, and if you wanted to get as many animals on board the ark as possible, which would you choose? Big old animals or small young animals? That is correct. Small young animals. You have good logic and good common sense. What are some of the advantages of bringing small young animals on board the ark? Daniel and Elizabeth, I have a question for you. Are you ready? Which animals eat the least? Big animals or small animals? That's right, the smaller animals. Carolyn and Nathan, if smaller animals eat less, then who poops less? The big animals or the little animals? That is correct, the smaller animals. Now, which animals do you want on the ark? I hope you said the smaller animals. With smaller animals, you would have less food to bring on board the ark. And you would have less cleaning up to do too. Which animal sleeps more? The very young animals or the middle-aged animals? And remember, animals don't have beards like Grandpa, so we're not talking about animals that old, okay? Animals that have just been weaned tend to sleep the most. If they sleep a lot, they're going to make less noise. They're going to eat less, they're going to poop less. Some animals even hibernate. That means they sleep for 6 months or so. Animals that sleep for half a year would be welcome on my ark. Young animals like young people, if they fall down, they get up and keep on going. Older animals, like people, If they fall down, they just break and lay there. So far, if God told you to build an ark, what kind of animals would you want on your ark? Small young ones or large old ones? Small young ones. Yay! So, why would we want to bring baby animals on board the ark? They are smaller, they weigh less, they eat less and they poop less, they sleep more, they're tougher, they live longer, and living longer is the reason you're bringing them on board the ark in the first place. When they get off the ark, their job is to have lots of baby animals. Every animal you see today came from those 2 or those 7 animals on Noah's Ark. How did Noah get all those animals into that big ark? Why didn't the animals run away? 2 reasons. First, the Bible says that before the flood, people were supposed to eat only fruits and vegetables. If you didn't eat animals, the animals would not be afraid of you. Second, and most important, in Genesis 7:1, God tells Noah to come into the ark. Question: where would God have to be if he told Noah to come into the ark? God would already have to be in the ark. I think the animals would like to have been where God was. After the flood was over, God said in Genesis 8:15, go forth out of the ark. That means go out of the ark. Again, where would God have to be to tell them to go out of the ark? In Genesis 9:2 and 3, God says that we can now eat meat. And that is the reason animals today fear us. So let's wrap up this lesson. When you see a picture of a toy ark, what do you think? Raise your hand and tell me if you know. Caroline and Nathan, what say you? Was Noah's Ark a little boat with big animals? Or was Noah's Ark really a big boat with little animals on it? A big boat with little animals on it, you're right. Elizabeth, Daniel, Clara, were the animals on the ark small animals? Logic and common sense says, yes, there were. You know, Noah was 600 years old when the animals came on board the ark. I'll bet Noah was smart enough to make the right decisions. So why then do we see so many wrong pictures and toys of the ark and animals? Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Talk more next time. Love you guys. Grandpa signing off.